Having a hard time finding Buffalo Trace? We're going to give you some ideas of something different.
Probably even better.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are kind of going to give you some Buffalo Trace replacements.
Yeah, one of the questions we always get asked is, hey, I'm coming in town. Where can I find a Weller or Blanton's or an Eagle Rare or something like that? And
our go-to answer is good luck.
or drive down to Buffalo Trace.
Or yeah.
And then the next question is, what can I buy that tastes just like that?
Yeah.
It's not going to be exactly like that,
No.
but we've basically given you our opinions on which ones we would replace with some of the basic Buffalo Trace allocation.
Yeah.
And I think some of them are actually better.
Yeah, I could agree with that in some ways, for sure.
So, and all of these bottles that we're doing are all the gift shop releases too. So that way it kind of, can help.
Yeah.
So let's start with the old Sazerac Rye. So this is something that's actually been new to the gift shop within like the last year or two. This is like, in my opinion, when it comes to Buffalo Trace allocation, I really don't even consider this allocation.
No.
Like at times I can find these easier than what I can even find like just normal Buffalo Trace. But still, at the end of the day, you guys ask about it. So
yeah.
You want to start or you want me to?
Well, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
You all know our love for Michter's, and Michter's is one of those, and the Michter's, just their average everyday rye is what I would consider similar. These aren't the ryes that I love, and I don't know.
I think that's the second best everyday rye you can buy.
Yeah,
that's like not like a barrel proof.
But he also thinks that is it Old Forester's the most basic everyday rye that you can buy is the best.
Yes, David. I totally do 1,000%.
I didn't even know what he had over there because I hadn't even looked. But that does not surprise me because he is a believer in that rye, and so
it's awesome. I mean, both these ryes are really great. I would actually even say 1, 2, 3 if you're asking me my personal opinion on this.
Yeah.
But I think these are really great options, and I think they're way more available, and they just flat out are better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This week's video is brought to you by Shaker and Spoon, a monthly cocktail subscription service,
where each month you'll get 3 different cocktails, where you'll be able to make 4 cocktails of each recipe, which is 12 cocktails altogether. With some amazing ingredients.
Yeah. So here's the deal. When I get together with my friends, like the thing that they love me to do is make cocktails.
Oh yeah, it's such a cocktail city that we live in.
It really is, and like it takes me forever to go find the ingredients.
Yeah.
It's expensive for me to go find the ingredients, and then I end up wasting a bunch of ingredients. So, like. This Shaker and Spoon subscription is like the best thing.
It is
for what we need to do.
It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Like the ingredients are absolutely perfect in the amounts that they provide and the quality of them. Like I always feel like you can always tell like the quality of it, just like how like the smell of it, like just off the nose, man, it is amazing.
So if you are looking for a gift this season, if you are just wanting to host a party and make yourself look really awesome because you make some really, really killer drinks, this is the subscription for you. So take the opportunity, go to shakerandspoon.com, use the Bourbon Kingdom code, you get $20 off your first box.
All right, the next one we're going to talk about, it's Weller Special Reserve. All right, I think this is like Weller is like your introduction to allocation, like anymore. Like everybody's like, oh, you gotta find Weller,
I think so.
Whatever. Super easy sipper, and it's a weeder.
It is a weeder.
So we have to go a little bit more on the weeder aspect. So.
Weeder, heater.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go ahead and pull mine out. It is the Maker's Mark 46. Very similar in their, I think, not totally in their taste, but in their palate, in if that makes sense. Like it doesn't taste exactly alike.
They're sweet. They're easy drinkers.
Yeah, I think that makes it. They taste different, but they taste enough similar that you could go, all right, you can find this every single day at any basic liquor
Yeah.
store that you want to go to.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to have Maker's 46 on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because Maker's 46 is not hard to find. Makers in general is not hard to find. So
That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit off the beaten path.
We like off the beaten path.
I'm going to go with the old Wyoming whiskey. So this is actually, obviously craft. Not a lot of people have had it, experienced it, or whatever. And actually, I had to go buy this. I tried it at a bar, and I was like, this is actually pretty good.
I've never had it.
I think it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more, it's maybe not as on the sweeter side as like what Weller would be.
Yeah.
But I think for a weeder, I think it gives you a really nice introduction to it. And I think it, has a nice age statement at 5 years. It's craft, and it's good craft.
And it's hard to find.
It's hard to
Good
find.
craft is hard to find. So,
all right. The next one, as I'm clanking every bottle.
clanky clank, clickety clank.
Old standard.
Well, then I'll give you the old standard Russell's 10-year.
Maybe the best comparison you can have with an Eagle Rare.
I think you might be right. Because this is solid all around.
Yeah.
This is solid all around.
For sure.
I have a tendency to like store picks more than I like just the general, but that's just I mean that's almost with anything. If you get a store pick of it,
sure,
or a barrel pick of it, like most of the time you're going to enjoy that more just because it's got some sort of subtle difference that you're just not used to that makes it taste that much better. So this Russell's 10-year is phenomenal, and I think our love for Wild Turkey, so. It is great.
Yeah, I think it's really good. The my pick,
matter of fact, my Russell's 10-year looks similar to this, maybe even a little bit lower. So,
because he typically drinks on mine. My pick is going to be Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. So tough. Yeah, I heard that. So I cannot get over how much I love overall Redwood Empire. And how much of
Redwood Empire, we love it.
And you know what's crazy is whenever I first had this, I was like, man, I don't know, this might be like my least favorite out of 3. I keep kind of going back to it, and I think Lost Monarch is still my favorite, but I don't know if there's really much of a difference. For a 90 proofer, it's like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah,
man, it's super solid drink, and it looks beautiful.
Every time I go and drink at Liquor Barn, I get a pour of that because it's so good.
And super cheap, I bet.
And yes, it is $1.99 for a pour. No.
All right. My favorite on the list, E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
Oh, E.H. Taylor Small Batch. I'll give you that, and I'll raise you an E.W. Single Barrel.
Not a terrible race. Not a terrible race.
Not a terrible race. I love this. I love the Single Barrel. It's just solid all the time. It's smooth as a baby's butt, and I mean, just so good.
And some of them actually drink special.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy.
Not all of them drink.
Not
special,
all of them, but there are some that drink really special.
Yeah,
and it's crazy to me. The 2 downfalls of this bottle from this past year is they raised the price up to like $40-something bucks.
I saw it today for $39.99.
Okay, 40 with tax.
Yeah. No, I mean,
still not happy about that.
No.
But whatever.
Still not happy about it.
And
I
the
like
other
it
thing
much better
is
when it's $28, $29.
They're making this a Kentucky exclusive.
Yeah,
which is a bummer for everybody else.
Yeah.
My pick and one of the channel favorites over here,
by far,
John J. Bowman Single Barrel.
They changed the bottle on this too.
I did hear that. I haven't seen the
Somebody
bottle.
sent me a picture of it. It's got a green label on it, which
that is true. Oh, okay, now I have seen that.
Yeah, it's got a green label, and it makes me go, "Why are you all doing a rye?"
I would love a rye.
Oh,
Bowman, please. But this bottle here, it's love. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It is. Yes, it is like this. Distillate from Buffalo Trace. It's aged out in Virginia and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Stuff's great. It's fantastic. When you can find it, it's awesome. There's still a couple of stores here in Louisville that I can find it in.
I haven't found it in a while.
Go to Kroger.
Yeah. Well, I've been to my Kroger, and it's not been around.
But stuff's great, and it's so much cheaper to find.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right.
All right. So the bottle that you will have probably ultimately either skipped forward to, or been waiting for, the old Blantons.
Ye old Blantons.
So this is
Caribou Crossing. This is that's what I'm
Caribou Crossing. Do not disrespect Blantons. It's a Caribou Crossing.
I mean, they both have a similar top.
Yeah, and it shares a bottle with like Rock Hill Farms and all that. But this is, I think, at some point in time, whenever you're into bourbon, you first get into bourbon, this is like the holy grail.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of people chase after. And I understand it to an extent. I mean, it's a solid pour. It's not anything I overhype or worry about. But I understand why people like it.
But from a bottle significance on, like, if you're looking for a date on something, they do one of the best jobs you can do.
1,000%.
From aging and having a dump date so that people can go, ooh, this was dumped on my birthday or my kid's date of birth or whatever. So,
arguably the best package in all of bourbon.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm going to say, just if you're looking for a replacement, look no further than the old Yellowstone.
I'd rather have Yellowstone than Blanton's pretty much any day.
Yes,
love
me too.
Some Yellowstone.
Any Yellowstone, give me all of them. But the Yellowstone Select 93 proof is, man, if you are getting into bourbon and you're looking for something that is similar to this, but truthfully a little bit better.
Has a little bit more of that bite to it.
Yeah, it has a little more bite.
It's same proof.
It's going to introduce you to, I think, a little bit of bite that is welcoming and not necessarily.
No, I agree.
And I agree. Love it. I love every aspect about this. My dad the other day was talking to me about. He's like, "Have you ever had Yellowstone?" I was like, "Preach! I love Yellowstone. Like this is my jam, Dad."
Proud of you, Tate.
Yeah, and he was like, "I was going to pick it up, but I haven't done it yet." I said, "Go pick it up."
Yeah,
so
it's great. And then my pick is a Michter's small batch bourbon. Super sweet. It's easy to drink on. Proof's right for it. And again, you can buy buckets upon buckets of this stuff. Yeah. And it has more of that sweeter profile that I think people who like and enjoy Blanton's would prefer to drink on.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a really nice introduction to it.
Yeah, so. I agree with that. So, yeah, it's good stuff. So if you're looking for some replacements, these are our recommendations. And go out and find them. Tell us what you think. If you've drank these and as a replacement for any of these, we'd like to know what you think about them as well. Turn on those likes, notifications, all that stuff.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Do all those good things. And until the next time, we'll see you.
See you.